Welcome back to the Five Dirty Bikers podcast, presented by Memphis Shades, the clear choice for fairings and windshields for your motorcycle. And Manscaped, bringing you the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. When you get Manscaped, your balls will thank you.
What's up, guys?
What's going on?
Nope. What's up, bagger bro?
That is that a precursor? Because that's what it felt like a little bit.
I don't know, dude. I was doing like this. What did that feel like?
I don't.
Don't ask me.
Yeah, don't ask me.
That felt like the annual physical is what that felt
There
like.
you go.
Everybody, the side chat, welcome back to Five Dirty Bikers Live here on another Monday. Hope y'all are winding down from at least a pleasant day of work. Today we're going to be discussing one of the dumbest questions you've ever been asked being a motorcycle owner. We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a sec. So Tony, tell us about your weekend at the blackjack tables.
Fuck. Dude, I am not a gambler.
Clearly.
Clearly. It's not my thing. Let's just go with that.
What does it feel like to walk up to a table and just hand them all your money?
It's a 360 fucking. Instantly. And it's a quick fucking too. I mean, it's not like it's a slow one. It's a fast one.
That blackjack, he'll take your money quick.
Did you lose it all in like a minute and a half?
Oh,
or?
yeah. It was like fucking 10 minutes. I was out.
How much did you lose?
I don't know. It was like
He
$500.
lost his other motorcycle,
Jesus.
man.
You could have bought a new Ruroc with it.
Not a good one.
Not a good one.
You should have taken the Ruroc there to bet on the hand, man.
Yeah, no. Blackjack is not my game. And craps, I mean, it's a fucking mystery.
You play that every day.
I play that every morning.
Oh shit!
Oh, that's that. So was that your game, Tony? Just blackjack and craps?
Yeah, man. Well, craps is a complete fucking mystery, so I didn't even touch that one. It's just way too much shit going on. I don't understand what's going on.
What about roulette? That's just red and black.
You can't lose enough money at that. You got to go to something where you can really get it done.
I mean, there's numbers and red, black. I mean,
well, you know, with the whole blackjack thing, at least like you feel like you're in control of your own destiny there. You know what I mean?
No, I don't.
You're not.
You can hit me or I'll leave, you know what I mean? All this shit. It doesn't fucking matter.
So
you can't win anyway.
Were you at the $5 table or the $25 table?
I was at the $25 table.
Oh, yeah. You pissed away your money real quick.
So you played like 8 hands and you were done.
I was out. Well, I mean, I won a couple. You know what I mean? I'd get up and then it'd go down and finally I looked down. And I was like, well, I'm fucking bust. Game over.
Did you split tens?
I split my ass cheeks. Is what happened.
Yeah, but you said you were playing at one of those tables that has like the continuous shuffle shoes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you never do that.
No.
Never, ever do that. We should call. You should call before you go and piss away your money like that.
Now, next time you come here, me and my old man will take you to the Alton Bell, and we'll go there and we'll play some blackjack.
All right.
They got the $1 tables there. You can last an hour.
Tony, Moto Mortician says you could have gotten a bunch of tickets for Road King Kong for that $500.
I sure could have.
It's true. It's very true.
Could have got you some new cheek pads for that goddamn Ruroc you got.
I'm not talking about Rurocs
No,
anymore.
you couldn't because that's the 2.0. They said
That's
fuck
the
off.
2.0. It doesn't
If you
work.
got the 2.0, it's a straight
it's a fuck
straight
off.
fuck off.
So basically, the original and 2.0 were just R&D helmets they were making everybody pay for so they could finally figure it out.
Yeah.
You were the crash test dummy.
Yeah, we were the crash test dummies. Here, we're going to send you this $500 piece of shit so you all can tell us what's wrong with it, and we'll make a better one that you can buy again.
Oh, we got lots of representatives from the Great White North. Somebody just popped in from Canada. We got somebody from Minneapolis. Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Aha, fuckers.
It's good to
North of
see.
the wall.
You got a following up there, Kid Moto.
I don't know about me. I think the five of us have a following up here. Maybe I don't think it's just me.
You're the
If it's me-
representative of the North.
You are.
If
the
it's
great
if
North.
it's me, I
Ryan
apologize
Snow.
right now. Ryan Snow.
The bastard of what? North Dakota, Ryan Snow.
I'm a bastard. I'm a bastard of Winterfell.
Well, bastard.
Yeah.
I don't. Why you guys call me a bastard?
Because
You're
I
a
called you
bastard.
Ryan Snow. You old dirty bastard.
ODB.
ODB.
You already,
FDB,
Have you all been
ODB.
watching Wu-Tang? You all watch the Wu-Tang on...
no, Riot's part of the
Hulu.
Wu-Tang clan.
I'm part of the Wu-Tang clan.
Oh.
Wu-Tang clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
They have that show on Hulu. It's pretty good, actually.
Hey, did you guys? Any of you guys ride this weekend besides Percy and I? Well, I know you rode, Percy. I rode this weekend.
Speaking of that, Percy rode a fucking street glide, didn't you?
No, fuck no. I rode a road glide.
Road glide,
man.
road glide.
I was a bagger bro for 3 days.
How
How did
was
it
it?
feel? How did it feel?
It felt like a geezer, but it was okay. It was a little geezerly. It was everything I thought it would be, and then a little worse. So
And a little worse, even.
I'm telling you guys, the
Wow.
suspension on those things are pieces of shit, dude. I am sterile. I can have no more kids, and I got to go to the dentist to get some teeth fixed.
And then what happened after you rode the bike?
Then I got on the bike. No, it was interesting. There'll be videos to be made and watched.
Ryan, Toby Northern wants to know what direction is east.
East?
Yeah.
That way.
Hey guys,
So-
we'll try to keep up with the side chat, but as you guys
Our,
can
our
tell,
side chat person isn't here this evening.
yeah, Mary's not feeling well, so she bounced on today's live, but she'll be back. We got a Halloween podcast coming up next week sometime, so that should be fun. Oh, I want to tell you guys this too. So my youngest, my 5-year-old, he's gonna be 6 tomorrow, but he's got a loose tooth. It's his first loose tooth. He's getting ready to. It's ready to come out. So we're trying to encourage him to pull it out himself. He won't do it. I guess he's scared. So I'm trying to talk him into is tying a string around it, tying the other part of the string to my drone, and just having it take off.
Nice.
It'll be the first tooth extraction via drone. He wouldn't go for it.
It was like that Jackass episode where they took that dude's tooth out with a Lamborghini. They tied a fucking string to it and the other end to a Lamborghini and took it out at about 90 miles an hour.
Well, they told the
Popped
guy
right
that they
out.
could put it back, but
Yeah, they told him they could put
like,
it
I'm
back.
sorry, I was just shitting you. I couldn't do that.
You know, I saw something on, I don't know, YouTube or something about that. Supposedly he broke like 4 bones in his face when that happened.
Jeez.
It fucked him up pretty bad.
Jesus.
This is true. I've lost a couple teeth and some Honeycrisp apples in my day.
Oh, yeah. Apples will do it every time, dude.
I think you could put him on a road glide and hit a pothole. That'll take care of it real quick.
So are you saying, Percy, that a road glide is not in your future? It did not make the cut?
I'm just saying that there's a lot to like and there's a couple of things to greatly dislike.
Yeah, but okay, hold on a second though. You're comparing that after you did like, I don't know, 10K in mods to your bike. So I mean,
That's solid.
It's-
That's solid.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. It wasn't geared for me. It wasn't set up. But again, but Sophie, was a little gentler on the ride right out of the box.
no, I hear what you're saying. But I'll be the first person to admit, I think that if I bought any motorcycle, and this isn't just a Harley Davidson, if I bought any motorcycle, I don't think right out of the gate you get on any bike and it fits you exactly the way that you want it to.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Like I think you're going to do something probably to, like Tony says, points of contact. You know, you're going to adjust where your feet are. You're going to do something with that bars or hand grips and a seat. I mean, I think all those things are going to be something you're going to do to any motorcycle that you get.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
There's no doubt about that. But I mean, everybody goes on and on and on about how great the touring platform is, and it's just a solid ride, and yada yada yada. And I just didn't have that.
You didn't have.
I didn't have that experience, man. I mean, it was when the road was smooth. Yeah, absolutely smooth ride. You're literally gliding down the road. But the minute you start to hit rough road, I mean, the forks were bad. The rear suspension was just way too short, and I had it adjusted before I got on. So,
what'd you think of the wind protection?
I loved the fairing. I thought that shark nose fairing, and I got caught in a couple of crosswinds, a couple of sections of crosswinds coming back yesterday, and that bike didn't move. And coming around 18-wheelers, didn't feel a damn thing.
Okay,
not a damn thing.
So
it was definitely smooth.
Did you get updraft?
I had it was funny. I mean, because this was a stock bike that I had.
Okay,
it was a baseline road glide, and the pocket was just, I mean, almost perfect.
Okay,
and I did get a little updraft because it didn't have the lower fairings, and it was it was a lot of protection here where it needed to be, but it was 49 degrees yesterday, and I had my mesh jacket on and 3 layers, and my nipples were still hard all the way home from Pennsylvania. So there was still a lot of wind coming around there somewhere.
Sure.
But yeah, no.
I'm saying I'm a big proponent for heated gear. If you're going to ride when it's cold, buy heated gear. You'll never.
Not everybody
regret it.
lives north of the wall, though. God damn it.
You're right. Not everybody does. I mean, we rode. Let me see. I rode about probably 220 on Saturday or on Sunday, and had my heated gear on all day long, and it was absolutely perfect. I never once felt any uncomfortable temperatures. What's up?
So with that heated gear, where's the cutoff line to where it doesn't work anymore? Have you found it yet?
I haven't. I rode last spring on a day when it was 34 degrees and probably about a 15 to 18 mile an hour wind. And we rode probably 175 miles that day. And I had my gloves, my jacket, and my pants on, and I was just wearing jeans and a t-shirt underneath it. And I had no problems at all. But I did have it on max heat, but I was plenty warm. I felt no cold temperature on my body at all.
So you haven't found the threshold yet to where it's like not working.
I haven't. And you know what? I don't know. You don't want to ride in temperatures, way below freezing, because you could hit, ice patches on the road if there's any type of condensation. So, I mean, I would say with the wind chill that day at 34 degrees plus traveling at 60, 70 miles an hour, I mean, we were probably well into the 20s and I felt nothing. So
wow.
I haven't felt the threshold where that heated gear doesn't keep me warm enough. And I would say that there you go. There's one that says Harley heated gear. I rode at negative 10 degrees Celsius and still worked great at max heat. So
what's 10 degrees Celsius?
Add 32, so that's above 40, right? Or it's 20 something.
I don't know.
Somebody asked Siri.
God damn, that's complicated.
It is. That's too much math.
That involves math.
So what are the chances of that stuff getting wet and like electrocuting you?
No, so mine is
right to the sack.
Yeah, mine is water resistant, so they don't call it waterproof, but it's going to bead water. So I mean, if you were in a torrential downpour, I think it would get right there. You go, 22 degrees. If you were in a torrential downpour, I think you might get a little bit wet, but it's not. If you had rain gear over top of it, you'd be perfectly fine.
So will it shock your sack if you get wet?
No, because where the heating elements are, and you know what, all the wiring on the inside of it is all covered and insulated and everything. So even if that thing got completely wet, you're not getting shocked. None of that's happening. So.
Right to the dong.
And the nice thing is about the stuff that I have is that when I plug it into my bike, there's no time limit on the temperature, so I can run it all day long if I want to. But there's 4 heat settings. So you can set your gloves and jacket and pants all at different temperatures if you want. So to me, it's an absolute win. I swear by it. And it's probably one of the best pieces of gear for extending my riding season, not only in the spring, but now this time of year, I can ride a lot more and a lot longer.
Get like 3 months in a season
heater.
now, right?
That would be nice to have, a chode heater.
You know what? There is a heating element on the ass of these pants, so you don't actually need it, dude.
What about the gooch?
I mean, it's going to keep you warm.
I mean, your nacho gets cold when you're riding.
Not in heated gear that doesn't. They're also this stuff is really great, a great windbreaker gear too. I mean, I've worn it just as regular windbreaking gear when it's been 60 some degrees and you're on the interstate and still nothing. I don't feel any wind getting through that jacket. So it's great stuff. It's really great stuff.
Wow.
And the stuff that I have is the Field Cheer mobile warming gear. So
that sounds like a lot of work putting all that on.
it's just a jacket and pants and gloves.
It's way too much work.
No, I have mine wired. I have batteries for it, yes, but I just plug it into my bike. Just plug it right in, and I'm ready to go.
Ready to roll.
As long as you don't have a live wire, that'll drain that battery down.
Yes.
The Energizer 5 miles on the bike.
No one's going anywhere on a live wire on any kind of trip. So,
no, go to Chick-fil-A on that fucker and back. That's about it, isn't it?
Well, if you go to,
ain't going on Sunday.
If you go to
chicken isn't available on Sunday.
All right. If you go to White Castle on your live wire, you'll even have a little bit of turbo boost.
Yes, you will.
And a little heat, depending on if
everybody knows, Moto Mortician backs me up. Stock suspension's garbage. I see all the love for the Road Glide out in the chat, but thanks, Mark. I appreciate you having my back.
There we go. There's garbage.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about some dumb questions.
Oh, yeah, because I'm sure we've heard some doozies in our day.
One of the best ones
does your heated gear
is that a Harley?
Is that a Harley?
Yeah. It's right there on the fucking tank, dude. Can't miss it.
I don't think I've ever been asked that.
I actually had we were riding in Duluth this last spring. No, this summer with the guys that I ride with normally, and a guy pulled up with he and his wife, and they were on a full dressed out Electroglide. I mean, just it had every accoutrement you could ever ask for, and full, helmet, heated gear, or not heated gear, helmet and Harley gear and jacket and leathers and everything. And they started talking to us, and he looks at my bike and he goes, what kind of bike is that?
Again, it's right on the tank, dude.
Right. I was like, it is a Harley. And he's like, well, I thought it was a Harley, but I really wasn't sure. And he's like, what kind of Harley is that?
A big one.
Yeah. So
I get that a lot with Sophie. Between, is it a Harley or is that a Sportster? Are the two dumbest questions I get.
Have you ever had anybody ask you to ride your bike? I did. At a gas station.
No.
He rolled up on a motorcycle and he was like, those are the new M8s. And I was like, yeah. He goes, are they nice? I was like, yeah, man, it's a great engine. He goes, can I take it for a ride? I'm like, no.
He wasn't going to come back, dude.
No.
Percy, have you ever had anybody ask you if that's your son's bike?
No, my bike's no.
Oh, okay.
No. You're not going to go to me and say anything about my son because he's probably watching right now, and I don't want him saying shit in the chat. So, PJ, love you, man.
Tramp. I've had one guy try to tell me one time that the Tramp is a 900 Ironhead, and that he knew what he was talking about.
That's a dumb question.
It is a dumb
Hit the
question.
sound, Tony. That needs the sound.
Oh shit! I lost it.
You dumbass.
Oh yeah, here's a great one.
Do you like your bike? I've actually had that question. No, I hate it.
I mean, who buys a bike and actually hates it? I mean, does anybody buy a bike and just hate it? I mean, test rides are a thing.
Yeah.
Usually people put a little bit of thought into what they're going to buy.
Unless they're buying it from Power Sports.
Yeah, and then you're not test riding.
Then you're not test riding shit. You're
No,
just
that's
giving them
true.
money and riding off with a lot of regret.
I don't understand that. Why wouldn't you offer test rides? You'd sell more bikes that way.
You would think, but I guess, yeah, for whatever reason they don't. They still sell bikes.
I wonder why there is dealers. You know, I bet though in the sport bike world, it's probably not a great idea to let the 19-year-old walk in and test ride the brand new CBR 1000. And when he's had his motorcycle license for 5 minutes, I mean, there's probably a liability issue, with that one for sure.
Yeah. Where's Volts? Volts would know the answer to this question. Oh, that's right. He's on baby duty.
Oh, every chance you get.
God, just stab. Goddamn shank.
So here's one. Here's one I've gotten more times than I can count. I can count pretty high. What is it? What if it rains?
What if it rains?
Yeah.
What happens when it rains?
What do you do when it rains? You ride faster.
You get wet.
Yeah. You ride faster and you dodge the drops.
You're out in the middle of nowhere and it's raining. I mean, you're not going to stop and just get poured on. You're going to have to ride a little bit until at least you get some shelter.
Right.
Unless you have a damn parka in your saddlebag.
So Percy, have you had this one? Because I've had this one too. When you go on when you go on a road trip and your bike's all packed down, have you ever had the person at the gas station ask you if you're on a road trip?
I have had people ask, "Are you on a trip?" Or more times than not, it's where you going or where you're coming from or whatever. But yeah, yep. I have. Yeah, I have had people say that.
Yeah, the where you're going, I think, is a pretty common one. But when they ask if you're on a road trip, you kind of want to look at them like, no, I put all of this shit on my bike to go to the gas station.
That's right. Just here to get gas.
Yep.
That's all I'm doing.
Yep. You see that tent right there? It goes with me wherever I go.
The one that always kind of freaks me out, but I guess it's like the I don't know. I guess it's just what's going on these days with the way things are going. But it's people that ask, how do you remember all the stuff you have to do to change the gears?
What?
Right. And it's just a manual transmission, right? I mean, I know when I grew up, that's what you learned to drive in a car.
Yeah.
But it's a foreign concept for people using
my kids
using a clutch.
know nothing about a manual transmission. But yeah, I learned on a stick.
On a motorcycle too.
Yeah. Well, unless you get what's that convertible Accord Goldwing, what is it? That Honda with the reverse.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the other thing. Why when people have you ever had anybody when you're backing up the bike ask you why you don't put it in reverse?
No, I've never had anybody ask that
happen before. When I stupidly parked the wrong way on a hill.
Why don't you put it in reverse? Yeah. Why don't you take a long, hard lick on this popsicle?
Speaking of popsicles, you ever get the one, aren't you cold when you ride? Like I wrote it. I had actually got asked this morning because I wrote it was 45 degrees.
Yes, I'm fucking freezing. Do you have a spatula to get my balls off the seat?
Yeah.
It's cold.
It was a little nippy, but I don't know if the people know the concept of layering up.
Dude, it's cold on those motherfuckers if you're not dressed right.
Well, you got to give what a 10 to 15 degree
10,
factor.
15 easy.
If there's wind and no sun, but luckily I had sun this morning. It was a beautiful ride home though.
The one that caught me off guard was I was on a solo road trip and I was at a gas station and I'd gotten gas, went in, and I was kind of taking a break, and so I had gotten a candy bar or something like that and a Gatorade or whatever, and this guy or this gal asked me behind the counter. She said, "Are you traveling alone?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "I am." And she goes, "Aren't you afraid?" And I sat there for a minute and I looked at her and I was like, I guess it never even occurred to me to be afraid.
I am now. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
Fuck.
Thanks
for planting that seed.
Well, but then if you think about it, I mean, just think about like me, like normal appearance, walking into a gas station on a road trip, you like fully decked out in whatever kind of motorcycle gear you're wearing, 6'3", 230 pounds. Who's afraid of who here? You know what I mean?
You're
Like,
the one people should be afraid of.
right.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the one that people in the gas station are going down the next aisle for, not the other way around. So
Especially when you leave your backpack laying around while you're shopping, dude. Don't ever do that, man.
that's right. If you leave a backpack in the gas station, everybody clears out pretty quick.
It sure does. How about this one? A guy asked if it's hard to ride when the winds are gusting 60 miles an hour. Yes.
No.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it's difficult. For sure.
Unless you're on a road glide, then you cut right through.
As long as the roads are smooth.
That's
I'll
true.
tell you, that shit sucks
true.
on a Sportster.
Dude, a fucking goddamn heavy fart will blow a sports car off to the side. I mean, it doesn't take wind very good at all.
What would be the best question you guys have ever asked that like made you stop and think like, huh? You know what I mean? Like
I don't answer questions.
that's Tony's typical response. Sorry, I don't
Yeah.
answer questions.
No, I don't. Fuck you. I don't answer your questions.
Fuck you, I don't answer questions.
Fuck you. I don't answer questions.
I honestly can't even. I can't even think of anything. The mind's a blank.
Yeah.
The best question?
Yeah, like if just like a question that made you like want to stop and like have a conversation with that person.
No, I don't ever want to do that.
I think when and I'm sure you guys have had this too, but people ask about how do you find that so relaxing, right? How are you not just like tensed up all the time, when you're riding?
Sure.
To me, that's always a good conversation because it's a chance to educate people on, the calming effect of riding a bike.
Yeah, but I could see if you don't ride a bike all the time, I could see where you get on it and you're very tense. Your pucker factor's high. But once when you get comfortable on them, it's
My pucker
pretty
factor
relaxed.
was high on Friday when I picked up that bike that was a lot heavier than mine. I tell you what.
Toby has a good question. Post Toby's question up there.
Which one?
On our way back from Sturgis, that one.
Okay.
So on our way back from Sturgis, a guy asked his wife if she had a hard time handling such a big bike. She has a 2020 Road Glide 107.
That's a big bike, man.
That is a big bike.
It is a big bike.
Toby, just next time somebody asks your wife a question like that, just walk up right to the guy and just say, she handles me just fine.
So this question here deserves this.
You dumbass.
Okay, so
No,
Brandon,
the other guy's like, no, I ride a Prius. I need one of these fuckers.
for those of you not on the live stream,
Yeah.
Brandon Dippold says, I carried my helmet in with me to a restaurant and I got asked if I ride a motorcycle. I blanked a response from being so dumbfounded. That's a good one.
Tell
No,
them
man, I
Pan Am.
wear this fucker in my car for extra safety.
I think I'm going to do that this winter. I think one time this winter, I'm going to go get gas in my car and I'm going to wear my motorcycle helmet. And then I'm going to get gas. I'm going to walk into the gas station with my helmet on my head and see if anybody says anything to me. Then just walk back out to my car and get in. If they do say, why are you wearing a helmet or something like that, I'm just going to be like, I miss my motorcycle.
So I've done that before when I was vlogging in the car during winter. Have you not done that yet? You've not done that before?
Hold on. Back this up. You put a helmet on your head in your car and
I did.
vlogged in a car.
It was before I unmasked. Yeah, I was doing a vlog and I was in my Beamer with my helmet on and had the whole GoPro thing going and everything.
Goddamn Jeff Burton over there.
I'm gonna have to do that this winter for my winter moto vlog. Driving the winters with my helmet on and set the camera up on the dash so it points back at me in the car too. So I have that 2-person point of view.
Yep.
That's a great idea.
The thing about the helmet, bringing the helmet in and being asked if you ride one, reminds me of that movie Hall Pass. Was it what was his name? What's his name? Jason Sudeikis.
With
He brings one into that dance club or whatever, and he's like, "What's with the motorcycle helmet?" He's like, "Oh, chicks love motorcycles." And then he rode in his fucking minivan on the way.
Saddle Tramp says, my favorite is while in a gas station, do you ride a motorcycle?
No.
If anybody sees Saddle Tramp in public and questioning whether or not he rides a motorcycle, just walk into the bathroom, look at yourself in the mirror, and punch yourself in the face really hard.
And call
That's
yourself a
what you should do.
dumbass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that one. What else we got? Oh, this is a good one from Toby. Complete stranger asking you what bike do you recommend for a beginner?
Yeah, that's usually a big topic.
Schwinn.
We discussed that on this show, and usually
Yeah.
there's countless YouTube videos out there for it. But yeah, that's a big one.
Not a Sportster S.
No.
Oh, Tony Northern puts up another one here. He goes, "We were in Lima, Ohio, at the HD dealership. A guy was buying the Sportster S. He was around 30 and had never sat on a motorcycle in his life. He planned to learn in the parking lot that day."
He was going to learn a lot in the parking lot that
You're
day.
going to learn a lot real quick.
Holy balls!
I'll
There
pray
went
for that
19 grand right down the drain.
You're going to learn a lot real quick.
I bet you looped that bike already.
I'm just wondering what the bill on going down on that bike would be compared to, the old Sportster.
Well, you
I'm
really
sure
don't have to go down on the Sportster S because it's got a high exhaust.
I'm not going down on a Sportster.
Noted.
You can just bend over a little.
Take it off the tailpipe.
Probably expensive, man.
Yeah,
Probably a lot more
I don't know.
expensive.
I have no idea what those motors.
There's a
those
lot more
cool
plastic
motors.
on that Sportster S, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's
My
more
dealership,
lightweight
my
metal.
dealership got one, but I don't know if they still have it though. I'd like to go at least look at it just to see it in person. Sick of looking at photos. All these new bikes coming out.
Percy, there's a question for you on there.
I just saw that. I don't know. That wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I know that people come from all over the country to buy stuff at Quantico. But I don't know. I got to go back out there tomorrow and talk to them. So I'll ask if that's true.
Did you drop that Road Glide off and go, this thing's a piece of shit?
Yeah, it probably won't happen.
5 bikes in cash. That's a lot of cash.
Got to make
Right,
it
so
happen, man.
The question that was posed to Percy is it true some guy from New York came down to Quantico and bought 5 bikes in cash? That was the question that was posed.
Now
to Percy.
they do a lot of high-end custom bikes at Quantico. And they are, I mean, they are works of art. And I know people come from all over, not just for the custom stuff, but they'll come to buy bikes that the dealer will locate for them as well.
They got a reputation, it sounds like.
They do.
Very nice. So on the flip of a while ago, we talked about, aren't you cold? A lot of us that I know like that came to FDBM, and a lot of the people that I ride with, we wear gear, we wear helmets, we wear jackets usually when we could bear it, but usually I'm always wearing a jacket and gloves and pants and stuff.
Yep.
You get asked, aren't you hot?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
A lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the common person who doesn't ride doesn't understand that there's different types of gear that cater to your condition that you're riding in. But still, yeah, if you're riding in 95 degrees in southern Florida and you're all geared up,
You're going to be fucking hot.
gonna have sweaty balls.
Yeah.
It's remarkable though how much wind it doesn't take before that temperature cools down quite a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're doing a lot of interstate or highway riding and it's 75, wearing a leather jacket and chaps, you're not going to overheat. You're just not, because it's not going to be as warm as you think it is.
Yeah, as long as you're moving, it's the standing still that kills you.
Right.
Yeah, dude. You're sitting
Exactly.
at a fucking stoplight and that fucking motor heat is roasting your nutsack. Something smells delicious.
All right, John.
Why does it smell like beef jerky?
It smells like beef jerky. Oh, that's my balls. It'll be fine once we get moving.
So I was trying to figure out who Kimchi Juice was, and turns out it's actually my buddy John. Thanks for letting me know there, John.
Kimchi.
Kimchi Juice. Well, you'll have to explain the name to me next time we get together.
Isn't that sushi thing?
Fermented? No, I think kimchi is like
it's
fermented.
Korean. Yeah, it's like
Korean fermented cabbage, isn't it?
Oh, that's right. It is Korean.
yeah, it's horrible.
You ever had
Horrible
Korean
COVID?
steak?
Ever had what?
Had
Korean
what?
steak?
Is that off the YouTube
Is that a special
thing?
kind of cow or what? What are you talking about?
I don't know if it's a special type of cow, but I guess it's the way it's prepared, the way it's seasoned.
That's not off like Urban Dictionary. This isn't one of those damn things. is it?
Yeah,
No, but I mean,
I'm
we could
walking
do
into
that. I
some
mean, we
type
got
of
time for it.
joke, am I?
I don't want to know what the Korean. I'm still
Yeah,
trying to get
some
over the
kinda
Texas
dick
chili
joke.
bowl.
Side chat if you want to
You
hear
ever
Urban
tasted
Dictionary
a
tonight, let
Korean
us know.
steak? Korean tube steak?
No, man.
No,
not
if the side
happening.
chat would like to hear a Urban Dictionary, I'm your
Oh
Huckleberry.
God,
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus. Is there any questions? Does anybody have any questions for us while we're out here? I
If
think
not,
there's-
I know I got a few more. I got a few more we could sound off and discuss a little bit, but
Let
Brandon,
me ask you guys this, because I did something about 2 weeks ago that I swore I'd never do, but it kind of goes back to this heat question. where
what was
I
his
got-
name?
Yeah, not his name. No. I was stuck in some horrible, horrible traffic, and it was hot as shit. And we know we ride air-cooled bikes, and the engine kept getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And I finally rode the side of the road down past the pile up. It went on for I don't know how many miles up to the light, and then pulled off. I swore I'd never do that, but it got so hot. I kind of felt like I didn't have a choice. Have you guys done that, or is that a taboo thing for you guys?
I have no problems riding on the side of the road.
Yeah, so we were stuck in traffic on our way to FDBM, and there was myself. Let me see, there was 5 of us because we met up with Jay and Dave, and we were really, really close to doing it. We were super close to doing it. Also, I was getting forearm pump from holding on, holding my clutch.
You shouldn't
Is
do
that
that on your
exercise
bike,
thing
Ryan.
you have?
Laugh all you want.
I didn't do that in public on your bike.
I decided after that I went on Amazon and ordered a shake weight. So I'm gonna be working on that thing all winter long.
Is it the
Make
one
sure
that
this
has the
doesn't
little
happen to me
shower
again.
when you get done?
No.
As you get done, it squirts a little shower on you.
There's the thumbnail.
I didn't know they made one of those, Tony, but thanks for telling me.
That's the upgrade. You got to upgrade
That's
that
the
one.
upgraded one.
First you had my
Squanch.
curiosity, now you
Yeah.
have my attention.
Squanch wants to know where to order that from, Tony.
Shake weight. Jesus.
The shake weight with the
Anyway, as you
finishing
were saying,
spritz.
Ryan, before you were so rudely interrupted by the Neanderthal people
Well,
here.
I mean, I said wrist. I said forearm pump, and these 2 guys fell off their chairs. No, we actually discussed it because we were hooked up on comms, and I'm like, just let me know when, and we can pull off. I'm not afraid of it at all. I definitely would do that, and my understanding is, and Kenny's pretty well versed on this, is that, and maybe different places have different rules, but if you have an air-cooled bike and you pull off and you're doing that to make sure your bike doesn't stall off in traffic when traffic's already backed up, that you're not likely to get pulled over or get in trouble for that. Right? So
Where's Phil
my
when you need him?
yeah, I don't know, but my understanding is that, if you're riding an air-cooled bike and that's your only way to keep your bike from overheating, that you're probably not going to get in a whole lot of trouble. But I think if you're using that as a means to get through the traffic, then, I don't know. I don't know. Because I know a lot of people that split lanes, even in places where it's not legal, and they don't get into a lot of trouble doing that either.
Man, splitting lanes is fucking squirrely.
Yeah, I see guys do that on sport bikes. I've never seen anybody do that around here on a Harley, though.
Well, and I think there's a difference between lane splitting like it is in California and filtering when there's heavy traffic. Because I've thought about that before when you pull up to an intersection and there's a ton of cars behind you and you're like, you know what? I'm one person, I'm one texting teenager away from becoming road pizza. You know what I mean? I've thought about it before. There's plenty of room between these 2 cars. I'm going to pull up between them so I don't get smashed. I don't know. I kind of think that filtering should be more legal in more states than it is.
Oh, I agree. I have no problem if it were legal to filter. I don't like the lane splitting, but filtering, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
What the fuck's the difference?
So in California, so the standard lane width is 10 feet. In California, their lane widths are actually 12 feet, and that's to accommodate lane splitting. And lane splitting is in California, you can do it at full speed, interstate speed. So if you're going 70 on the interstate, you can drive between two cars.
That
Lane
sounds
filtering,
just awesome.
right? Lane filtering is if the traffic has come to a standstill, motorcycles are allowed to ride the yellow line to move through the traffic and not have to be stopped in the traffic.
Okay, all right.
That's
I
filtering.
gotcha, I
Or when you get to an intersection, you can filter to the front so that you're not likely to get rear-ended if somebody doesn't see you.
But like
That's what filtering
in
is.
California, though, you'll actually see cars make way, right? Kind of pull
Correct.
to the side to let people go through on the highway.
Yep, they'll move over to one side of the lane or the other to let a motorcyclist
Around
through.
here, Bubba doesn't do that. He goes the
good
opposite
luck
way.
on that happening here.
Right.
You start filtering here, they'll probably fucking pin you in on purpose.
Yeah. It takes a minute for places to get used to it, but California has had lane splitting for a long time. And so it's a much more accepted practice there. But you're also talking about one of the worst states ever for traffic. So, any advantage you can get to get through the traffic, they're all about it because everybody would like to get through the traffic.
Nancy said Judy got in trouble for lane splitting in Daytona last weekend.
Oh, there you go.
Can't do it in Florida. It's frowned upon.
Don't do it.
And looks like Toby says you can do both in Italy, lane split and filter.
Yeah, in Europe it's common, right? I think in Asia as well. It's just the
Sure.
U.S., I think, where it's a big issue.
Yeah.
First time in Cali last year, felt very sketchy.
Hey, Dan, was it sketchy because you were wearing your Rurock? I'm sorry, I broke the rule again. God damn
You
it.
did, God damn it. We're
And
done
it was
talking
my
about
rule.
that shitty helmet.
It was my rule.
We're done talking about that shitty helmet.
What about, has anybody ever been asked the question, is that bike yours?
What?
Yeah, I have. Yeah,
No.
yeah. I
I've
this,
never
this
had that
weekend
one.
actually coming out of a truck stop.
I think,
That reminds me of Dumb and Dumber. Skiing, huh? Are they yours?
right.
Both of them?
But so my wife actually texted me that question a minute ago, and I think it brings up an interesting point. And this where it would have been good to have Mary on today. Is I bet you that question has been asked by Mary more than once if she's riding her own bike or if she's riding
I
somebody
bet.
else's bike, right? I mean, I think that we're looking at it from a completely male perspective, but I bet you she's been asked, is that your boyfriend's bike? Is that your husband's bike? Is that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never even thought of that because around here there's lots of women that ride, so I never question it.
Right. But I think in terms of even motorcyclists, that's not, it's not a super progressive way to think. I mean, I think there's still a lot of enough old motorcyclists out there that don't think about that a lot of times with women riders,
I think we're getting there, though.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's becoming a lot more common for sure,
Yeah. So here's one I'm sure everybody gets asked, whether in the side chat or the three of you guys. Aren't you afraid you're going to die?
Yeah.
Those things, aren't those things dangerous? Something to those,
Yep.
something to that song.
Right.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I get asked that almost on a weekly basis. But I mean,
What about,
So what do you tell them, Dustin?
well, I just tell them that I know it's a risk, but the reward is way higher.
Or has anyone ever asked you why you ride when you have small kids?
Oh yeah, dude. I was getting actually kind of beat up about that when I first started riding. But you guys know, I mean, my kids are 6 and almost 8. I didn't start riding until after I had kids. Usually a lot of people do it before. So I waited till we had kids and, I was able to afford the bike I wanted to get and everything, and I got it. And I think it was just the way I went about it instead of just getting a bike, learning to ride it in a parking lot. I did all the safety stuff, took the safety course, buy all the gear. I mean, I'm a pretty good driver, and I think that helped because you got to take those street smarts to the road with you. But yeah, you get asked that all the time. I'm sure you guys probably have too.
Yeah. And then came the chicken sandwich.
Yep.
I think that's an interesting question too, because I've actually had that question asked to me, even in a different way, where somebody said, "Your wife lets you ride that thing?"
Yep.
You know what I mean? Kind of making that assumption that you're choosing to do something that you're going to die doing, right? I mean, yeah, right. It's inherently dangerous. We know that, but I think
so
my answer, right? My answer to people is this: is that I choose to live. That's my answer, right? I choose to live my life. I choose to live. So, is it dangerous? Yes. Well, so is hang gliding. So is tightrope walking. So is a lot of things that people do.
Fuck, getting on a goddamn Delta's dangerous. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
Fuck. You're in a toilet paper tube at 40,000 feet in the air with wings filled with fucking fuel.
Going 500 miles an hour.
500 miles an hour.
Full of people trying not to give each other COVID.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
I'll take my bike any day.
I'd forgotten that, Ron. I did. When I decided to get back on a bike, I had almost everybody, I think, was asking me what my wife thought about that. And is your wife okay with that?
Dalton S. says, I like reminding people that you can also die from a random brain aneurysm, but I'd rather go to the fun way, which 100%, man. You can die tomorrow from, I could die tomorrow and I could have a stroke tomorrow. I don't even know it.
Yep.
Might as well have fun. I mean, the thing about motorcycle is it's for some of us, it's our therapy. Some of us have been doing it for a long time. I mean, I haven't been doing it for a long time, but I've been doing it long enough to know it's something that makes me happy. And my family knows that. They like seeing me happy. Just like I like seeing my kids happy.
Right. And I think it goes back to, I mean, if the last 18 to 20 months has taught any of us, right, is that things can be taken away from you abruptly. And like I said, I choose to live. I mean, I choose a life that I'm making my own choices, and I'm choosing to do something that fuels my passion. That is something that I enjoy doing, right? I get a good wrist pump out of it. I mean,
Jesus.
Ryan's all about
that arm.
Ryan's all about his forearm pump.
He's all about the pumping.
His right arm looks like Popeye.
He's like Quagmire on that episode of Family Guy. Just go over there and watch some more of that internet porn.
My right arm looks like my right arm looks like Popeye, Tony, but I also get a cramp in my hand that looks like this.
Oh,
shit.
Everybody who
and we're live. That made the podcast.
For everybody that cannot see, Ryan was doing sign language for the letter C.
Capital C.
God damn.
Jesus.
Tony, were you yawning?
No, I wasn't yawning.
Oh, I thought I saw you yawn. You better not do that in the month of October, man. I heard a ghost try to stick its dick in your mouth in the month of October.
Oh, my God. Jesus Christ.
Keep your mouth closed this month. It's a spooky month.
Another thing Tony has to worry about.
Don't yawn.
Ghost wieners.
Just floating along, dragging the balls.
So everybody that's in the side chat, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Reminder that we're going to be having a Halloween episode sometime next week. We are also going to be having on a big guest that we just confirmed that we're going to be recording this coming weekend. That'll probably be released first week of November. And if you guys ever heard of Ryan Pyle, this guy's almost celebrity status. He has been on television for the show Tough Rides that's been featured on Travel Channel. He's an adventurer. He rides all over the world ADV, and he's also a photographer, speaker, and just a great opportunity to have this guy on. We're really looking forward to talking with him. But yeah, going back, Five Dirty Bikers Halloween episode sometime next week. If we don't do it Monday, we'll announce it when it will happen. I think we're going to be partaking in the costumes.
Well, I'm
What?
not going to be yawning in it. I'll
What?
tell you that.
We got to wear costumes.
You could just put your hood up. You could be the Unabomber.
Just put your hood up. Be the Unabomber.
I've already done that one.
Well, I mean, you could always cosplay as a motorcycle rider.
That's true.
Tony's like, Tony can't because that putting on that much gear is too much work for him.
It's too much
That's
work,
right.
man. It involves
He's
putting
like,
more
that
on
jacket's
than
got
shoes.
armor. I'm
out.
not wearing that.
It's not comfortable.
It's not comfortable. Bucket. What else do we got? Any questions over there that anybody asked? I don't see any.
I don't know. Mary's not here to watch.
I know nobody's
watch the
here to
chat,
watch the
man.
chat, man.
I'm still trying to get over the kimchi juice being John there.
That's Ryan's favorite.
Do we want to tell everybody about K River next year?
K River.
K River Campground.
So there's a chance you might be seeing a few of us at Adam Sandoval's K River. What is it? Stubborn American
Party in October.
Yeah, a couple of us might be headed out for that. I think I'll probably be heading out there for show.
I'm planning on it.
Our crew from up here, Tony has dubbed us the White Walkers.
The White
Dude, you
Walkers.
guys need patches. You need rockers that say White
do,
Walkers.
White Walkers.
Yeah, North Dakota.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
That's funny.
We'll be riding down, I think, next October. So provided we don't get an early snowfall, we'll be riding down. That'd be a super early snowfall, something to keep us riding down the first weekend in October. That'd be ridiculous.
But it's not going to be riding all the way down south to Oklahoma, right? I mean, you just got to get out of the weather. Right?
What does Toby say here? FDBM 2022. Is it going to be K River, aka FDBM 2022 dual threat? No.
We don't want to step on Adam's toes
Nope.
to have our event there. We're not going to do that.
Yeah, that's Adam's event is his event. We would just be going to Adam's event, just trying to support another event other than our own, as I think the what we talked about as far as that goes. So it would not be a dual threat. We would just go and be at Adam's event. So
I want to see Percy do a keg stand,
How do you know I haven't done that a lot in my life?
but I haven't seen it. I want to see it.
Maybe I've got pictures.
Maybe
Will
got
that
video.
suffice?
Maybe that sounds like a lot of effort just to get some beer.
So somebody needs to GoPro themselves doing a keg stand. Just gotta stick the
go.
stick in the
Stick a
tube.
tube. Did you say stick in a tube? Are you doing this?
Well, I'll just do one finger, dude. I'm being generous.
Jesus Christ.
Toby said we should get White Castle patches.
Yeah, we should. Dude, next
No,
time
that-
I'm at White Castle, that's something I told.
No, Saddle Tramp said White Castle patches.
I'm all for that.
Yeah,
I
White Castle
haven't had White Castle since FDBM.
Ooh.
What happened to all that White Castle, Tony? You had like 5,000 White Castle.
I ate the shit out of those fuckers.
I tell you what, his son's car probably smelled like.
Oh, dude, he
Honey
bitched about it
onions.
for
Don't even want
weeks.
to know, man.
He bitched about it for weeks.
Dude, I ran over a skunk. I wonder how long that smell stayed in there too.
Oof.
Yeah,
I can't imagine, a teenager's car with 4 Crave cases of White Castles in it. I mean, that's got to be some rank smelling going on right there.
Oh, dude.
That was a lot of burgers, man.
They have a distinct aroma.
Especially with the
Teenagers or White Castles.
Both. Both.
Anybody else got any more dumb questions that you've been asked riding a motorcycle? Leave them in the side chat. We'll get to them and discuss. But we'll probably just leave it open for a Q&A if you got one.
Yeah,
Just
we're
a
on the
reminder,
West
go to
Coast for an hour.
5dirtybikers.com, pick you up some new merch. We got hoodies up there for all you people experiencing the fall weather. They're comfortable. They really are.
Yeah, no, I really impressed with the quality that Bunker's done
Yep.
with the
Good
stuff.
good turnaround. Pretty quick shipping.
Yeah, fast.
Yep.
Ryan's got on the old shirt. Damn it.
Oh, Scoot.
Yes, I do.
He's got the
I'm-
OG on.
Well, I got the OG on for sure.
Well, Forgotten Angels is this weekend. Yeah, they're
Yep.
Road King Kong will have a new home.
What was the
Mhm.
final total that, or not the final, but what is it, like 200 something thousand they've raised?
Moto Mortician said
Jeez.
220. They just hit 220 today
Wow.
Jesus.
Oh,
for Road
man,
King
that's
Kong.
good for them.
Yeah. And I think it was the same deal as what Jared did, right? So it's $25 a ticket. I mean, that's
Yes.
legit right there.
Wow.
Now, how much was it that Jared raised? Was it 106?
I like-
100.
Yeah.
It was over 100,000.
It was over 100,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So I
These
mean,
guys, man.
that's a lot. If you think
Yeah.
about it, between Jared and Shade Tree over the course of the last year and a half, or year and a half or whatever, they're going to be given Forgotten
About a
Angels charity in
$250,000.
Florida
Over a
Yeah.
$250,000.
over
yeah.
over $250,000. I mean, that's pretty amazing. That kind of money can do a lot and help a lot of kids for quite a while.
For sure.
And I mean, I know that they have some big plans on that setup that they have there for how many people that they can serve. And I think this opens up the door for them to be able to serve even more than they do right now.
Did they, when we had them on, didn't he discuss them? Did they buy more land, or did they have more land?
Yeah, they have
No.
more property. They have more property
Yeah.
that they were going to be developing. And I think, don't quote me on this, but I thought they talked about doing the same kind of situation for girls
Yep.
too.
Yep, I remember that.
Okay, so yep. So I mean, I think that they're, hopefully some of this money can go into them expanding so they can serve even more kids. I think that's the thing, right? You get into a situation where you're running out of resources to serve the number of kids that they have that need to be served. So the more kids that they can help, the better that is going to be. So
Guys, if you haven't yet, go check out our most recent podcast featuring Dan from Gears and Gadgets. It's a doozy. It was a good one, though. Dan was a great guest.
If you're a Rurock fan, you may not want to listen.
You've been warned.
yeah, you've been warned. You've been warned about that right there. Yeah, if you have your Rurock and you love your Rurock, maybe just tune in next week's episode, not this week's episode.
That'll be this podcast
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah. All right, guys.
All right.
I think we're at the end of the line.
I think so. Oh, Urban Dictionary time.
Oh, I gotta find something.
Oh
Oh
God.
boy.
Lord.
Is that appropriate for the YouTubes?
Thank you so much, Dalton S.
Or I could save it for the Halloween episode.
Yeah, save it for the Halloween episode.
How about we do that?
Jesus.
Yeah, that'll give me a little time to look up something spooky.
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 They're all spooky. I mean, there's nothing good about Urban Dictionary.
I promised I will deliver.
Ooh. All right. Well, thank you guys, everybody, for joining us in the side chat. If anybody's in the side chat and you haven't already done so, go to www.5dirtybikers.com and check out our Discord. The Discord is
Free.
Fucking
Free.
free.
It is free for anyone that wants to join. And if you feel like you want to support us even further, you guys can go check us out on Patreon. And you get early access to the episodes. If you join at the top tier, you get a free 5 Dirty Bikers shirt. And you'll probably...
Yep. Ryan
Oh,
froze.
he froze. He froze, and I think I accidentally booted Dustin.
I think somebody booted Dustin.
I think I booted Dustin on accident.
So I think what Kid Moto was going to say is you also get to hang out with us once a month before the podcast
yes,
and shoot the shit or whatever else you want to shoot.
Kid Moto's frozen right now.
Look, and he's got that weird look on his face.
He does have that weird look on his
Looks
face.
like he's passing gas.
And his hands all blurry.
Oh,
Huh.
now he
Getting that forearm pump.
He's back. Was it good
Well-
for you, Kid Moto 22?
Smiling like a Krispy Kreme.
Where did I get cut off at?
About
Right in
half
the
an
middle
hour
of the
ago.
forearm pump.
Right in the middle of forearm pump. Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, my screen went blank. Dustin disappeared, and then all you guys just started spooling. It was crazy.
Tony was jacking with you.
Oh, he cut me off, didn't he? On
I did
purpose.
not.
Oh, Toby wants to know if I was praying again.
You probably need to. Probably wouldn't hurt.
Might not hurt. Nope.
Might not.
Mild
Well, all
stroke.
right.
All right, guys. Well, again, thank you very much for tuning into our live stream, and we will. Are we doing are we 2 weeks out again from a live stream?
Yeah. No, because we're going to do the Halloween special, so that'll be.
All right.
Yeah, so next podcast will be Halloween special. We'll be doing a live next week, which that episode will be available for download the following Monday. And then we'll have Ryan Pyle on the week after that. Should be a good one.
Yep.
All right.
Should be good.
Yep.
Sounds good. We'll see you guys all again live next week.
Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thanks for everybody in the side chat. Go check out the Discord and buy some merch.
Get a shirt.
Get a shirt.
Peace.
They're very cool.
Get a shirt. Buy a
All
sticker.
right.
I
Good
got
night,
to
guys.
my
Later.
forearm.
You want some candy?